Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the Million Pound Mission Podcast. It's your buddy Adam, the PhD, the previously heavy dude, and this is episode number 258, How to Find Balance Between Your Health and Your Lifestyle. Big deal topic. I get questions about this all day, every day. This is a major freak out point, and we are going to really dive in and add some clarity. Before we dive in, though, I want to remind you that this is the last week of open registration for my Transformation Reboot program, my coaching program. You can start a 10-day free trial to test drive this thing anytime before this week ends. So that's August 4th is the cutoff deadline here in 2019, if you're listening to it in real time. If you're listening to this in the future, then you can drive your floating car and listen to this episode. It depends how far in the future you're listening to this, but you can just check out the website, millionpoundmission.com, and get all the details of when we will be open again. So check that out and hang out after the episode for more details. Now, like I said, this topic is a big deal. People freak out. They come to me, Adam, I just struggle. I'm frustrated. I'm trying really hard. And I just want to get to that point where I don't have to think so hard about what I'm doing with my health, with my nutrition, with my fitness. I don't want to always feel like I'm on a diet. I want to feel like I'm just living a healthy life. And people, man, there's a lot of confusion around this because I feel like we need to bust a few myths. So we're going to do that today. Like I said, we're going to add clarity around this. And we're going to start off by busting a couple of common myths that I hear people talking when I do like free coaching calls and things like that, or when I'm working with my community members. The first one is people say things like, I just need to shift back into positive mode. And this just doesn't happen. It's not like all of a sudden you're gaining weight, you're losing momentum, you've got bad habits in place, and then you just make this decision, and all of a sudden we are in positive mode and we are losing weight. Like, there needs to be a transition period. And that's a situation that a lot of people are missing. So we're going to describe that a little bit in this episode, what that looks like. The other myth that I want to start off busting is that people feel like they need to find balance right away. So they need to feel like they can magically do a program that is the right choice forever. And they're like in balance and they are in harmony with their health and their lifestyle. And they don't feel like they aren't, they can go out and hang out with the people they want to hang out with and be social and enjoy events and be healthy and fit all at the same time. And they want just to flip this switch and have it happen. So with both these situations, I feel like there has to be a transition period, and we have to understand the process and be willing to go through the process to get to that magical place of balance, because it is there. All right. It just takes some work and some time and some implementation consistently over time to get there. So I want to kind of define this transition using my transformation timeline. This is if you guys listen to the show, I know a lot of you binge listen. Episode 230 gives a really in-depth description of the transformation timeline. Aren't you proud of me for making a note about what episode that is? I always forget, and today I'm like, damn it, I am not going to forget. It's episode 230 if you want to go back and do a deep dive on the transformation timeline. But basically, in short, the transformation timeline is this 3-phase timeline that I see every successful transformation go through without fail. All right, so phase 1 is where we escape the black hole of fitness doom. We escape that situation where we keep trying something new, getting initial results, we lose weight, life happens, we're not ready for it, we gain all the weight back. Lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. In phase 1, we apply my amazing results formula. We apply things like accountability, having a rock-solid game plan, and finding a community, and we escape phase 1. Phase 2 is where we work on finding that balance, that lifestyle and health balance. That's where it happens, is in phase 2. And then phase 3 of the transformation timeline, that's what I call the new purpose, new identity. So I want to show you how this whole health and lifestyle balance works within each phase. All right, so you can kind of imagine 3 columns side by side, left, middle, and right. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So in phase 1, this is where escaping the black hole of fitness doom. When we enter phase 1, if we're going to compare our lifestyle focus versus our health focus, as we enter phase 1, we have negative momentum, we are gaining weight, we are losing our health. The lifestyle focus is much larger than the health focus. That's just what makes us slip, right? As human beings, especially as Americans, for all the people in the good old USA, we really slip into that. I'm really crushing it with my career. I'm really focused on that. I'm doing extra hours, extra time, but my health is slipping. I'm sacrificing my health. Maybe you're going out with your friends a lot. Maybe if you're a little bit younger, you're in college or just coming out of college, there's a high social focus and you're losing some of those health points because of that. So if you're going to look at this just as a visual, I want you to imagine a capital letter L for lifestyle and a lowercase letter H for health. That's where we enter phase one. A little more lifestyle focus than health focus. And this is, again, where people make that mistake of, I need to find balance. But the first critical step we have to take is to get out of balance in the exact equal and opposite direction. So if we are using that uppercase, lowercase example, we have to switch from a uppercase L to a lowercase L. So we have to sacrifice some lifestyle points and switch from a lowercase h to an uppercase H, where we gain more focus with our health. And we dedicate ourselves for a period of time where we are out of balance towards the healthy side of that equation. So this is the transition period that I talked about earlier that you must go through. You can't just flip the switch and be like, I have found balance magically with Adam's magic transformation program. I wish it was that easy, but you have to go through a momentum reversal period to get this done. So if there's a giant boulder rolling down a hill, you can't just punch it and make it just rebound in the opposite direction. You have to absorb that impact first and then slowly start to change the direction that you're pushing and push that sucker back up the hill and gain momentum in that direction. So that's what we're doing with this period of being a little more focused on our health, a little less focused on our lifestyle. So you're going to sacrifice that time going out with the boys after work and getting some beers, or maybe even waking up a little bit earlier, sacrificing some sleep or a little bit of family time for just a set period of time. Now we're still in phase one of the transformation timeline. So we're kind of at the bottom, getting ready to exit phase one, because this is how we escape the black hole of fitness doom, is really dedicating a block of time to our health and regaining and reclaiming that healthy momentum. But this is where people freak out because we're outside of our comfort zone, right? This is, we're doing things that aren't natural for us. Like, oh my God, I went, instead of going out after work with the guys, I went to the gym. And, I wasn't able to put my kids to bed one night because I was, meal prepping or something like that. And this is the point where people freak out and go, Adam, I can't maintain this. And they quit. But what you don't realize is that this is just the middle part of the equation. This is just us rebalancing to ultimately find that nice natural balance between health and lifestyle. So this is a necessary part of the journey. And now that you know this and you understand it, hopefully a little bit better, you won't freak out. Because you realize, okay, I am outside my comfort zone, but that's a good thing. And this isn't forever. This is for now, not forever. And you have to think, all right, maybe I miss one night of putting my kids to bed because I'm meal prepping, but I'm going to get years with them long term because I'm focusing on my health now. I'm 50 pounds overweight. I am at heart attack risk. Blood pressure's through the roof. I need to take care of my health now, or I won't be around to put my kids to bed much longer. That's the way you need to think. All right, so I just slapped you upside the head with a little bit of knowledge there, a little bit of real, and that's what you need to hear sometimes. You got to keep it real. So we're in this period of momentum shifting. The capital H, the lowercase L, the health over lifestyle focus for a set period of time. We're not going to freak out. We realize this is just for that set period of time, but it's necessary. It must happen. Then we move into that phase two of the transformation timeline, which is all about finding the balance between the health and the lifestyle. So this is where we start to sort and sift, and we're using tools that I'll dive into a little bit later, but tools like my Cheat Bank system is a major tool that I use to help us find that balance, what we can get away with. And ideal to me looks like that capital H, capital L. So health and lifestyle focus are both on par. We're happy with our social situations. We're happy with our freedom to not stress out about food and fitness, but we're also healthy. We are still achieving our goals, and we feel like we are moving in a positive direction with both our health and our lifestyle. And like I said, this takes some time. And I know what you're thinking. How long, Adam? I need to know exactly how long. I can't tell you how long, but usually to find this, I've never seen anybody do it in a shorter amount of time than 6 months, just of continuous implementation and focus and positive direction. 6 to 12 months is what you need to shoot for, and just get that in your mind of, okay, I might have to be out of balance for 6 to 12 months towards the healthy side of the equation before I start even to feel like things are rebalancing and it's an even keel. All right, and just get that into your head, get that through your thick skull out there, some of you. This isn't going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen with an 8-week boot camp program. It's not going to happen with a 90-day challenge. It's not going to happen with a 7-day sugar detox. All right, so we have to quit looking for the quick fix. We have to quit looking for that sprint solution. You have to look at the marathon solution. That's what I'm giving you here today. All right, so just really get it into your head that this is a marathon, not a sprint, but it extends the marathon of life long term, and that is what we're looking for. That's exactly the goal that we're looking for. Lots of long, happy, healthy years. So we get through phase 2 and we are in balance. All right, we achieve that balance. And again, I'm going to give you some tools and tips on how I work with my clients to achieve that balance here in a minute. But then we enter phase 3 of the transformation timeline, which I call new purpose, new identity. And this is a critical part of the journey because maybe you've hit your weight loss goal and you're kind of cruising along in maintenance mode. Your weight is where it's at. You've lost that 50 pounds. You have a good exercise regimen. You've got things in order with your health and your lifestyle. You're feeling good. But we need that thing that's going to keep you fired up. And you decide that doing a mud run is your thing. You're done with the weight loss journey, but you're like, all right, the next thing I really want to get excited about is a Tough Mudder or a Warrior Dash or a Spartan race. So what happens now? We shift out of phase 3 and actually go back into phase 1, where it's all about being out of balance with our focus on health, because we're going to get outside of our comfort zone again. We have to learn new skills. We have to train in a different way. We're going to have to dedicate some extra time towards this new goal. And it's actually a good thing because we've been through this process before. And once we successfully move through that transformation timeline, we go from out of balance to out of balance in the opposite and good direction, and then rebalance, set a new goal, go through it again. It's like we have that thicker skin. We have a little bit of callus to our hands, and it's easier to move through this process again and knock out goals and keep leveling up our health, keep leveling up our lifestyle, and keep leveling up what that balance looks like. And that's a beautiful thing. So just understand that this is a fluid process, and we keep moving through this cycle as we set new goals. So it's not forever you can stay in that point of balance for a while, but if you start to slip backwards and that lifestyle starts to become the capital L and the H starts to become the lowercase health, then that's what we want to avoid. So it is important to set new goals, new types of goals to keep us fired up and periodically get outside of that comfort zone again and have to shift to a health focus for a period of time just to keep us moving forward. So again, that's super important. So quick recap on what this looks like with the 3 phases. So you enter phase 1 with the lifestyle outweighing the health. We are unhealthy and we are going in an unhealthy direction. To exit that phase, we have to do a complete flip-flop where we focus on a period of time. I usually recommend dedicating at least 6 to 12 months of being out of balance towards the healthy side of the equation. That capital H, lowercase L, health over lifestyle, and just maintaining a focus on this is a short-term little mini sprint. It's got to happen. It's the necessary transition period. And eventually we find that nice balance between health and lifestyle. But eventually we have to shift out of that again, level up our goals, go towards that healthy side of the equation again for a certain period of time, rebalance, find the balance between health and lifestyle with this newfound goal, this new you that you've created. So that is what the 3-phase transition looks like. And again, like I said at the beginning, this isn't a magic snap your fingers and I went from out of balance to in perfect balance and harmony. The transition is necessary. I've never seen anybody do it without that transition period successfully. Hey guys, just a really quick break in the action. I hope you're enjoying this episode so far. This is just a very quick reminder that my Transformation Reboot Program registration is currently open, and you can start your free 10-day trial anytime between now and the end of July. Now, once registration closes, you won't be able to get in until October. So do not delay. Start your free trial today. Head on over to millionpoundmission.com. Now, let's get back to the episode. So let's jump into another myth that I want to debunk here. And I hear this one a lot too. And I've been wanting to talk about this in maybe its own podcast, and I might still have, but I feel like it's appropriate for this discussion here today. So I hear a lot of people saying that like their next decision needs to be a forever solution. So when they are in this out of balance with their lifestyle outweighing their health, they are putting a lot of pressure on themselves. So they'll say like, all right, keto, it's got to be the thing that solves this forever. And we put that pressure on ourselves that has to be the solution because you have tried, quote unquote, everything else, and it hasn't worked to this point. And hopefully if you listen to my show long enough, you realize that it's not keto or Weight Watchers or paleo or whatever. It's those life happens moments that are really screwing us up. I feel like I can take anybody from any diet, I can apply any nutrition or diet and get results as long as we are filling those holes in the road, like evening snacking or emotional eating, binge eating, tough work and family relationships, the things that throw us out of whack. We solve those, anything will work. But with this, this decision that you're making, you don't have to come up with a solution forever. All right. So I just want to kind of disabuse you of that thought and that pressure, take that weight off your shoulders and realize, like when people come to my Transformation Reboot community, a lot of them feel like this has to be it. And I have to, in the next 28 days, I have to figure out the solution forever. And that's not what we do. That's why I love the whole 28-day model, because this is a fluid situation. And just what I described is we're in this together, sorting and sifting, finding how we find that balance. That's a goal that I have for every single person that I work with. And I tell everybody that we're going to have to go through this focus period of prioritizing your health over your lifestyle for a while. But my goal as a coach is to help you find that balance. And we do it time and time again. So it's a fluid situation. We don't have to figure out everything forever. Just focus on the next 28 days and where you are at in that balancing or rebalancing journey of your health and your lifestyle. The next myth, intuitive eating. Intuitive eating is like the golden unicorn pooping rainbows that we all wish to achieve. But I really feel I'd like to redefine intuitive eating. I get a lot of questions about this, and it comes from the standpoint of, Adam, when do I have to not think about what I eat so much? When can I intuitively eat? And a lot of experts put this out there, like they eat whenever they want. And a lot of these people are really gifted genetically. People, they can eat whatever they want, and it really won't impact their health or the way their body looks. And good for them. I'm not like that. And so I'd like to redefine this. Instead of intuitive eating, I'd like to get people to a place where they aren't having to think so hard about what they're eating, but everything happens. They're making good decisions naturally because things are kind of on autopilot. And the way we do that is that first we focus on new habits. All right. We are dedicated to rebalancing that equation that we talked about today. And that brings about a lot of new habits. Those habits are implemented long enough that they become part of our lifestyle. We've lived that lifestyle for long enough that things become automatic. We have easy decisions and lots of willpower. Right? We automate that situation where we aren't having a lot of willpower fatigue by making stressful decisions about what am I going to eat today? And what's on plan, what's off plan? Is today a cheat meal day or not? Those processes, those habits, and that lifestyle are now ingrained to where we're not stressing out about that. So, it took me 5 years to lose 100 pounds. And that's something I'm proud of. Like, I'm proud of losing 100 pounds, and regardless of how long it took me to do it. But I'm still at a point now where I think about what I eat. I track all my stuff in MyFitnessPal. I've got my macro goals. And literally, I think we just have to get over that. Like, oh my God, I don't have time to weigh and measure and type things in my phone. When we're spending an hour a day on Facebook, like I'd spend less than 15 minutes total every day. I weigh everything. I measure everything. I put it in MyFitnessPal. I've got 2 kids that I drop off and pick up to school. I do laundry. I do dishes. I do all my meal prep. I work out, and I've got 2 podcasts and 3 businesses. And, I'm busy. We're all busy, but I think we need to kind of, again, disabuse ourselves of the lie that we don't have time to track things. Like, it's such a big deal. It's not a big deal. And, if you want to get to that intuitive eating, you've got to really just hammer this out and create that lifestyle where things are on autopilot versus the magical unicorn of intuitive eating. So that's another myth that I wanted to just bust a little bit. Now, let's talk about some tools that I use to help people achieve the balance between their health and their lifestyle. All right. So obviously doing things like challenges and boot camps and, different stuff. Like I do my Accelerate 28 program. Like those things are a good way to shift that momentum and shift into that health focus. All right. So that's an excellent thing to do. But we want to document the process. We want to take notes. We want to organize and have as much structure as possible so that we know what's working, what's not working, what actions that we are taking, and how we are, you hear me talk about swinging the axe every day in an earlier episode, episode 250, I believe it was. Boom, I'm on fire with my episode shout outs. So what I use for organization is my battle plan workbook, my transformation battle plan workbook. It's a free tool. It helps you set up your 28-day cycles with your meal plan, your goals, your danger zones, your fitness regimen, your cheat bank, all that stuff. Now that's the second tool, and this is honestly one of the top balancing tools that I use is the cheat bank, because when people are on a weight loss journey, we can say, all right, we're going to take fewer cheat meals in our cheat bank, and that way, we are in a caloric deficit and we're sacrificing some of those lifestyle points. But then as we start to get into, okay, let's start to rebalance a little bit. So maybe in month 1, you lost 10 pounds and you took 4 cheat meals. And I'll say, all right, let's start to see what we can get away with. And we take 5 cheat meals and we still lose 7 pounds. And we say, all right, let's do 6 cheat meals the next 28-day cycle. And we still lose 4 pounds. And we can see what we can get away with. And maybe you hit maintenance. You're like, all right, I hit my 50-pound goal. I'm healthy. I'm happy. And I'm doing 7 cheat meals every 28-day cycle, and I can maintain that. That's how we just figured it out. And that's what adds those social points back into the equation. And we rebalance and realize, all right, I've got 7 cheat meals to play with every single 28-day cycle. Those are nights where I can go out with the boys after work and have a beer. Those are date nights. Those are office parties and events. Those are vacation dates. And we figure it out by having the game plan with the workbook and then using the cheat bank to find that balance of what works. But we have to be willing to put in the work and not get lazy and be like, oh my God, that's going to take me like 17 minutes to fill out this dang workbook, Adam. I don't have 17 minutes to do that. Now, of course, I'm kidding. It takes more. I mean, it's going to take you half an hour a month to fill out the workbook. But I believe that that's worth it. So again, leveling up and realizing that, if the why is bigger than the why nots, we're going to take action, we're going to implement. And I feel like using the workbook, using the cheat bank, those are some key tools that you can implement. Keyword is implement and just printing it out doesn't work. Sorry, guys. I get a lot of people that I ask them, have you done the workbook yet? Yeah, I printed it out. I'm like, we got to fill it out too. That's part of the deal. That's the most helpful part is the filling out phase. Phase 1, print out. Phase 2, fill it out. And phase 3, implement. So we are using the workbook. We're using the cheat bank. And if you want to level up the entire thing, you heard me talk about it earlier, give my Transformation Reboot program a test drive. If you want me to walk you through this entire process and help you go out of balance towards the healthy side of the equation and find that balance between your health and your lifestyle, like this is my jam. This is what I do. And it doesn't matter if you're a Weight Watchers person or a paleo person or a keto person or a high carb, low carb person. That doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter how you eat, how you work out. I just want to help you find the balance. That's what I do. I help you put the pieces in place like a transformation strategist. And I like to help you find that balance. So again, head on over to millionpoundmission.com and get all the details on that. But this is an important deal. And I just want to reemphasize a couple of the key points here before we end our little chat today. Number 1, you absolutely have to realize that rebalancing has to happen. All right. Again, stop looking for those quick sprint solutions of I need a program that fixes everything forever and it's got to shift me right into balance. And if that doesn't happen, then this program does not work for me, epic fail, and I'm going to be depressed about it. So we have to realize that we have to go through that transition period, and it might take 6 to 12 months. We have to be dedicated to that. But again, super important, look at the long-term benefits. All right. If you're sacrificing some time with family, friends, loved ones for 6 to 12 months, even if it takes that long, it's worth years in the long run. You're sacrificing months to get years. All right. I'll say it one more time. You're sacrificing months to get years, avoiding that heart attack that didn't happen, avoiding that diabetes or that stroke that didn't happen. Just for those of you that have kids, all right, think about that situation. If you don't start putting some focus time into rebalancing that equation now, just imagine your kids having to say goodbye to you when they're a teenager or before they get married or in their young 20s. Just imagine all those conversations that you're not going to have, all those moments that you won't share together. All right, this is a big damn deal. So you're worth it, they're worth it, and it's worth investing some time and doing the hard stuff, being willing to put in the work and stop looking for easy, short solutions. Start running the marathon and stop focusing on finding the quick fix sprint solution, because that, my friends, is how we get out there and own it. Every meal, every workout, every day. I'll see you on the next episode. Hey, thanks for hanging out for the after party. I hope you got a ton of value out of this and you're ready to find that balance that we all strive to achieve. Now, speaking of finding balance, last reminder, this is the final week for open registration for my Transformation Reboot coaching community and program. This is a game changer. So many of my clients find this, they implement it, and they say, Adam, this is the missing link. This is the accountability I've been looking for. This is the coaching I've been looking for. This is the game plan and strategic thinking that I've been looking for. And also, this is the community I've been looking for. And that's the cool thing about this program, is that the community is special because it brings people from all walks of life, all experience levels, all nutrition styles, all fitness styles. Everyone is welcome. And the overall goal is finding that balance that we talked about today. And we're helping people do that every single day. So this is a program. It's not a brand new diet. It's not a brand new fitness regimen. You have access to all my nutrition and fitness tools and online programs and videos. All that is there. This is a program about getting consistent results and helping you reclaim control over your health. And that's hard to sell. That's hard to explain. So what I want you to do is try it out for free for 10 days. You've got until the end of this week to go to millionpoundmission.com, take your 10-day free test drive of this program, dive in, do some one-on-one chats with me, do our weekly group chats are off the chain with the community, our Facebook page, the online course system that I've got each month to get a new little mini course about things like intermittent fasting and strength training. And it's just unique, it's different, and I want you to try it out. So if you're somebody that has been struggling to gain traction, to find that balance, to reclaim control of your health, you've got until Sunday, August 4th, to start that free trial. We'll reopen registration in October, but I'm going to take 90 days and nurture the hell out of this group that gets signed up before this Sunday, and we're going to lock arms and move forward together. So I hope to see you in there, and I will help you out however I can. So we'll see you on the next episode.